Hello, everyone. Welcome to another middle of the week here in June. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great week. My name is Michael Halfhill. I'm the lead pastor at the Piedmont Park Seventh-day Adventist Church. And just wanted to share with you this week, actually last Saturday, I was driving to our church's camp out area that we have here near town, and I was driving through downtown Lincoln on my way there. And this happened to be Saturday morning when some protests were getting ready to happen here in Lincoln. And protests were happening all over our country last weekend. And as I was driving through, on one side of the road were people with their signs that were promoting what they were promoting for or protesting what they were protesting for. And on the other side were people that were on the opposite side of things, not just literally on the opposite side of the road, but on the opposite side of ideology. And they were both on the sides of the road, and here I am driving through in between them. And I thought, oh man, I hope everything stays safe, not only while I'm driving through, but all along. And I was very glad and proud of our folks here in Lincoln who kept everything peaceful the way it should be. I am in favor of protests as long as they stay peaceful, because that's part of our country, is being willing to gather together and to protest something. And I'm glad we have that ability here in our country as long as we keep it peaceful. But boy, it was a little weird to drive right through the middle of people on one side and people on the other. And it made me think a little bit about what our role is as Christians in all of this. What are we called to do? And I was reminded of Proverbs 31. This is the proverb of King Lemuel's mother telling him, giving him advice. And so she's advising her son, but the one who is going to be the leader of everybody. And in Proverbs 31, verses 8 and 9, she says, "Open your mouth for the speechless." And what she means by that is speak for those who can't speak for themselves, in the cause of those who are appointed to die, or for those who are passing away. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Very good advice there, not just for the king, but definitely for leaders, but for all of us to be willing to speak out for those who can't speak for themselves. Jesus was always watching for those who were being marginalized and those who weren't in power. And we have to be careful that that's what we do as Christians, that we are not pushing aside those who need us the most. We need to listen to all sides. We need to speak out for what's true, what's righteous. It's tricky times right now, folks. I'm not going to pretend to have all the answers. I certainly don't. And when I read things, I'm not even sure sometimes what to believe of the things that I hear or things that I read. But I do know that I can believe this book. And I do know that it counsels me to love others, to even love people who aren't like me, and to speak out for those who need help the most. And so that's what I'm going to plan to do, and I hope you will too. And I'd like to encourage all of us to join together in praying for our country. Pray for the great divide that we have right now, that we can start coming together and listening to each other and working towards a common good. So friends, we need prayer for that. We need God's help for it. And I pray that you'll pray with me on this. Friends, I hope that you'll have a good rest of your week, and I hope you'll join us for worship here this week at Piedmont Park. We're continuing our sermon series on a God of second chances, and I'm excited to share a message on a very unique character from the book of Judges. No, not Judges, sorry. I'm sharing from a character from the book of Joshua who needed a second chance. So I hope that you'll join us this coming Saturday for worship here at Piedmont Park. 11 o'clock, we have our worship time online. You can join us at YouTube and Facebook or here in person. We'd love to have you here in person with us. And our Bible study time is at 9:30 for all ages, both online and in person. So friends, take care, and let's remember to pray. Let's remember to do our best to speak out for others. Let's love everyone and do our best to care for everyone. God bless you.